Yusuf came late from work again today. However, he did not forget to bring toys for his sons. Now he was happy to see them playing, and sometimes he would even start playing with them. Faiza, who was busy cooking. Suddenly, his eyes fell on his daughters Isha and Far, who were looking at their father and brothers with longing eyes. Even sitting so far away, Faiza could see the tears in his eyes. Feelings of resentment for Yusuf arose in Faiza's heart. She quickly finished work and came to Yusuf and asked, "What have you brought for Isha and Far?" Yusuf looked at Faiza with surprise and said, "What would I have brought for them? On the way, I saw toys for Nihal and Bilal, so I bought them." Hearing this, Faiza got very angry and they both had a fight. Every time it was like this, Yusuf always brought something for Nihal and Bilal, but he rarely brought anything for his daughters. Faiza was now becoming convinced that Yusuf loved sons more than daughters, and Isha and Far longed for their father's love. This thought dominated Faiza's heart and mind in a way strong hatred for Nihal and Bilal were in her heart. She started to express her hatred towards Bilal and Nihal but kept silent because of Yusuf. Yusuf was very worried about this behavior of Faiza. He did not understand why Faiza behaves like this with children. The thought in Faiza's heart, if Nihal and Bilal were not there, Yusuf would give all his attention and love to Isha and Far. Due to Faiza's constant absent-mindedness, Yusuf talks to her about the problem that is bothering every time. One day Yusuf came back home from work and he felt a strange feeling in the atmosphere of the house. His world was turned upside down. He had left Nihal safely in the morning and now he was lying dead in the courtyard. The most surprising thing was that Faiza's eyes showed horror instead of sadness. He was still in this shock that a few months later Yusuf received the news of the sudden death of his 4-year-old son Bilal. Yusuf could not believe that his 2 sons were no longer in this world. What has he done for which he has received such a great punishment? He sometimes suspected his wife that maybe she had a hand in the death of his sons, but he thought that no mother could ever kill her children. Faiza felt short of breath all the time. She thought her children were calling her. She would wake up at night and scream. Faiza could see the spirits of her children. Yusuf first thought that it might still be in shock. He would explain to her lovingly, but nothing would have any effect on Faiza. Faiza's condition was getting worse day by day. Yusuf got a lot of treatment, but it was in vain. Yusuf planned to go away from home for some time so that Faiza could get out of this shock as soon as possible. But there was no significant effect on Faiza's health. One day Faiza was lost in deep thoughts. Yusuf was trying to make her normal for a long time. Suddenly she started asking, "Did you love your sons very much?" "Yes, I love my children very much, but why are you asking this? If you find out that someone has killed your children, what will you do?" "I will not think for a minute and kill him like he did my children." After that day, Faiza became more depressed. Now she was delirious, remembering her sons, saying things that made Yusuf's heart doubt again. Yusuf's eyes suddenly fell on Faiza. Seeing her deteriorating condition, Yusuf ran towards her. But Faiza's words stopped him. "I killed my children. I killed my sons." Yusuf gave a hateful look at Faiza and asked, "How can you do all this? You killed your children with your own hands. What kind of mother are you? No mother can be so cruel. Why did you do that?" "I have done all this for my daughters. You always loved Nihal and Bilal. You did not care about Isha and Far." Hearing this, Yusuf became even more enraged. "Just as Nihal and Bilal were for me, Isha and Far were the same. I didn't make a difference, the difference was in your thinking. You have become a mental patient and I and my daughters cannot live with you anymore. Today you have killed your sons for your daughters, tomorrow you will kill your daughters for someone else. I will go away from your life forever and now the court will decide your punishment." He left Faiza crying and went to the girls.